Loki, the Prince of Elbaf and the self-proclaimed Sun God. Now that we have entered Elbaf, we have finally gotten to meet this character, and Loki's design is amazing. I was really not expecting him to look like this. He kind of reminds me of the flamingo with his tongue sticking out. And he seems to also have the similar god complex that Doflamingo had as well, since he believes that he is the sun god. But in the recent chapter, we just got more information on Loki's character and who he actually is. First of all, let's talk about Loki's bounty, because it was revealed to be 2.6 billion berries, which would make him the 10th highest bounty we have so far in the story, stealing the spot from Crocodile. But something stands out here in Loki's bounty, because it says special next to it, which makes me believe that it was not the world government that issued this bounty to Loki, but the Elbaf warriors themselves. We haven't seen an official wanted poster for Loki, and he's been trapped to this tree for 6 years now. There has been no indication that Loki has ever left Elbaf, so if he hasn't, it wouldn't make sense for the world government to ever give him a bounty. So this is just a theory, and maybe it's not true, but I do think that Loki was given a bounty by the Elbaf warriors since they couldn't kill him. In chapter 1130, one of the giants said that he was sentenced to crucifixion, but he is still alive right now. So maybe due to his devil fruit, Loki can't die, and if that is the case, then it makes sense that they would put a bounty on him for anyone that manages to kill him for them, and it also explains why they put him in chains and haven't executed him yet. So this is just a small theory that I'm throwing out there, and we'll see in the future if it turns out to be true or not. But in this chapter, Loki asks Luffy to free him, and I really liked the interaction they had. Loki seems to be manipulative since he asks Luffy to free him, and in exchange he'll wipe out any pirate crew he wants. Luffy doesn't agree to this, but I do think that Luffy will probably free Loki, not knowing how dangerous he actually is. The reason I think this is because when Luffy asks for more information on why Shanks came to Elbaf, he tells Luffy that he can't just tell him. This makes me believe that Luffy might free Loki in exchange for more information about Shanks. And what I really liked the most about Luffy and Loki's interaction this chapter was the fact that Luffy immediately got angry and didn't hesitate at all to punch Loki in gear 4th as soon as he called Shanks a coward. It seems that Luffy has never forgotten that valuable lesson that Shanks taught him when he was younger, and it did make me proud of Luffy to see him still stand by that. Even just an insult at his friends will trigger Luffy to swing at you at full power. Also, something to add is that a lot of people seem to believe that Loki will join the crew. I don't think that that will happen, since first of all he is way too big. It's not possible for him to travel on the Sunny, and Loki is being built up to be the antagonist of this arc, with him saying he's the sun god and that he'll bring the end of the world once he is freed. It could be the case that Loki is actually being imprisoned unfairly and the Straw Hats end up helping him escape, but I just don't see him being the 10th member of the crew. Another great part of this chapter was seeing Robin return to her pre-time skip hairstyle. She asked Brooke to style her hair this way for Soul, because the last time he saw her, she was just a little girl with this hairstyle, and it's really sweet to see her do this for him so that he can remember her more easily once they meet. But at the end of the chapter, we get news that something happened to Soul. He's apparently fallen and he can't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Honestly, when I first read this, I laughed because Robin seems so excited to meet Soul after all these years, and if something were to happen now to prevent their reunion, it would be the biggest troll move Oda has ever pulled in One Piece. But I don't think Oda is evil enough to do something like this. Soul is probably fine and he will get the help he needs and reunite with Robin once she gets to Elbaf. But I do not see the point in bringing this into the story though. For some reason, Oda just wants Soul to be injured when he meets Robin. But anyways guys, this was overall a great chapter and I cannot wait to see what will happen next. And you guys should check out my previous video to see why I think Vivi will join the crew in this arc.